Time for Tiger Talk, heard before each Salem Tiger baseball game with Stan Stevens and Coach Tony Edwards. Tiger Talk is being brought to you by Flying W Boutique and Looking Glass Salon with Alicia Watson, Candy Mink, and myself, Katie Carty. Now for Tiger Talk on KSMO Media.
On the Tiger Talk, Stan Stevens, Coach Tony Edwards, coach of Salem Tigers and Houston Tigers battled out last Thursday. And I tell you what, if anybody remember the game from the previous year when Salem was being no-hit for 5 innings and then suddenly came back to beat Houston, I think everybody thought it was going to be that kind of game. It really wasn't that kind of game as the Tigers took advantage of walks, hit batsmen, got some pop fly doubles, got some hard hit doubles. You really, really have to look at two different, Houston's not that different, but two different types of games totally, don't you?
Yeah, they were. Last year, we faced a great pitcher in Hughes. He was the SCA Player of the Year, and rightfully so. So, yeah, he was a very, very well-rounded pitcher for them last year, and we struggled with him, like you said. And, we was able to capitalize on a few runs toward the end of the game last year. But, yeah, this year was a little bit different scenario. They came out and, their number one had through a few days prior to, so we elected to see their second best, I would say. And, we were patient at the plate. We forced him to run his pitch count up, and we weren't swinging at a lot of bad pitches. And, we capitalized when we needed to and got ourselves a win. So, yeah, it was a good day overall for Salem.
A lot of 2-out runs being scored, Coach, and we've often talked about this many, many, many times. The dagger is, you get a guy on base or two guys on base, you get down to 2 out, maybe even 2 strikes on a guy, and then all of a sudden you hit a guy or you walk a guy or they get a bloop little base hit. Boy, it just hurts even worse, and then that really gets to a pitcher, doesn't it?
Yeah, it definitely does. That's one of those things where we always tell our players, no matter the situation, you just have to find a way to put the bat on the ball. I mean, if you put the bat on the ball, good things will happen. We said it time and time again. When you put the bat on the ball, it forces a fielder to do 3 things. They got to field it, they got to throw it, and the opponent's got to catch it. So, that's what we stress to our players is just, put the ball in play and keep, try to attack that outside corner and try to drive to right center if possible and force the pitcher to run his pitch count up, and we certainly did that, so I was very pleased.
As you mentioned, being patient at the plate, but you were given a lot of walks. You had 3 hit batsmen in there, and a couple of those coming with 2 out, Coach, and then you got some key 2-out hits. Roy Stevens, 2-run single in that second inning with 2 outs after, it looked like nothing was going to happen. I think Cade Moody had a 1-2 count when they hit him with a pitch, and then kind of the same thing happened almost in the first inning when you got, Moody with the walk, and then all of a sudden a base hit gets him in, and then he walks 2 more guys. Now, I mean, okay, it's only 3-0 at that time, but you're wearing the pitcher out. There's a lot of pitches thrown by Scantlin in those first 2 innings.
Yeah. That's like I said. That's the key from a team is, especially with the pitch count restriction these days. Your primary focus is to get good swings at the plate and don't swing at bad pitches and foul the ones that are off that are close. And, just if it requires you forcing the pitch count to go up for the opponent, so be it. And, I thought we did a good job of that, finding guys on base and, just capitalizing, when we had the opportunity. Early off in the year, we were struggling with runners in scoring position, and especially with 2 outs. And, we're finding those sticks right now. We're playing good situational hitting baseball, and, against good teams like that, you have to do that if you want to have a chance to win.
When you look at the 4th inning when we had 3 doubles in there amongst our 5 hits and then 2 hit batsmen, Coach, I don't think there was anything our Salem Tigers batters did that was more impressive than going the other way with the ball. They were taking the pitch, wherever they were really throwing the ball, they were hitting the ball outside, inside, up the middle. Coach, you had to be very pleased with the way the Tigers were spreading that ball around.
Yeah, we certainly were. That's something that we've been practicing for the last week or 2. I've stressed to the players anytime we've had a day off of practice to, focus on seeing the ball deep, and letting the ball travel and think right center, think right center, think right center. And, if the pitcher makes a mistake and throws it on the inner half, then you can turn on it. And, these players are listening and they're responding and they're, it's looking good right now so far early in the season because, our pitching's been good up to this point, and our fielding has improved, and we just hopefully continue to keep the bats rolling as we keep this going here against Cabool.
Speaking of pitching, you had to be thrilled with the way Blake pitched. I mean, he was coming off, down that in Ava. I won't say a tough outing, but a lot of pitches thrown there. Comes back with 5 strong innings, 9 strikeouts. He gives up 2 hits, both to the same leadoff guy. Otherwise, he was in total control of that game, wasn't he?
Yeah, Blake definitely had his stuff going. He kind of looked like I kind of tease him a little bit. I kind of call him the professor. He kind of reminds me of kind of a Greg Maddux in some way. Like, he likes to nip the zone. Blake, we all know, has very good control and keeps the hitters off balance. And he did a great job of mixing up his speeds and locations and, kept them off balance and did a fabulous job. Like I said, Houston looked very uncomfortable, and credit to him for mixing his pitches up and his location. Blake's, his 3 outings he's had this year, they've been strong all around, and I just look for him to continue just to keep growing.
2-0 in the SCA and taking the Cabool Bulldogs. This is a fairly young Cabool Bulldog team. I think I looked at the roster, had 1 senior. I think they have a lot of juniors, but still just 1 senior on their crew, Coach. But, Cabool Bulldogs, they always have a way of rising to kind of match their opponent. That doesn't mean they're going to win the game, but they always seem to play better against better opponents and not so good against bad opponents.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's baseball. It's the game. It's a game of inches, and anything can happen. As we all know, last year, anybody went to the game last year against Cabool out there. It was a back and forth seesaw battle to the end, and in fact, it went into extras, I believe. So, yeah, I mean, it's we don't really take anybody lightly. We have our goals and our philosophy and our focus, and that's what we're going to stick to, no matter who we're playing. And we'll see what happens. If our goal is to be patient at the plate and take what they give us, and we'll try to find a way to manufacture runs and throw strikes. So we'll see what happens. It's always going to be a test anytime you face an SCA opponent, but it's one that we're certainly up for.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday this week, Coach. A strange Wednesday game down at Willow Springs, but then again, that'll be another key SCA contest, but really very unusual to be playing a Wednesday afternoon game, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is. It's something you don't see very often, but I believe due to a scheduling conflict on Tuesday that Willow couldn't schedule that game, so they scheduled on Wednesday. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to play today versus Cabool, and then we'll drive down to Willow on Wednesday for back-to-back SCA games, and then we'll finish the Waynesville on Friday. Yeah, it's a good week of baseball, and certainly it's one that we're going to have to be ready for with two SCA games back-to-back, and, against a Class 6 school in Waynesville that, can surprise you at any given moment. So, tough week ahead, but it's one that we're going to try and face, and we're just going to see if we can continue to keep the bats rolling. We'll
focus on today against Cabool Bulldogs. Coach, the very best today in SCA play against Cabool. Good luck, Coach.
Thanks, Stan. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Stay tuned. Tiger Baseball, it is next.
Thank you, Stan. That's been Tiger Talk with Coach Tony Edwards, brought to you as a courtesy of the Looking Glass Salon and Flying W Boutique. Stay tuned. Salem Tiger Baseball is next.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, you're free to enjoy your dreams. Bundle auto, home, and life and save up to 25%. American Family Insurance.
The Bank of Salem was founded in 1883 on the principles of local ownership, a commitment to the people of our community, local decisions, and a conservative approach to banking. As one of the oldest locally owned banks in the Ozarks, we've had the privilege to serve generations of local families. We pride ourselves on dedication to our customers and the people of Dent County, and we take pride in being an important part of it for years to come. The Bank of Salem, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome to this KSMO Media broadcast of Salem Tiger Baseball. Today's game is brought to you by Town & Country Insurance, Tax Masters, Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Edward Jones, Duncan Family Chiropractic, State Farm Insurance, Salem Trust Manufacturing, Progressive Ozark Bank. Stephen Patterson, attorney at law. Riverways Federal Credit Union. Healthy Dent County Prevention Coalition. K&H Auto Supply. Farm Bureau Insurance. Country Mart. The Bank of Salem. Napa Mooney Auto Supply. Your World Today. Town Screen. New Life Auto. Salem License Bureau. Legends Automotive. On the Spot Auto Glass. Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center. Jet Tire and Auto. The Technology Junkyard. American Family Insurance. United Country Real Estate. Southtown Furniture. Healthy Dent County. Ozark Overhead Door. Hub's Tire Center. Looking Glass Salon. Flying W Boutique. And Discount Bins of Salem. Thanks to those fine sponsors, we're able to bring you Salem Tiger Sports and community events right here on KSMO Media.
And welcome to Salem High School Baseball Field Complex for today's game between the Salem Tigers and the Cabool Bulldogs. Another SCA contest. Salem 2-0 in the SCA going into this one. They'll be in Willow Springs for their 4th SCA game of the year on Wednesday afternoon. Well, first off, welcome. My name is Stan Stevens. Glad to be with you and the KSMO Media team, bringing you Tiger baseball on a cloudy, overcast day. Every now and then we get a peek or two of some sunshine, but that is it. So, been pretty much an overcast day all day long. We want to thank the ladies at Flying W Boutique and Looking Glass Salon for sponsoring our Tiger Talk. You can stop by and see Alicia, Candy, or Katie at 101 West 4th Street in downtown Salem. They'd love to see you. I'll tell them thank you for sponsoring our Tiger Talk here on KSMO Media. Also, thanks to United Country Salem Realty for sponsoring the intro to Salem Tiger Baseball. Babette Wells, your broker owner, is 729-3148, or stop by 605 South Main Street. If you're watching the video stream on KSMO Media, special thanks goes out to Ozark Overhead Door for sponsoring our scorebook. It's right at the bottom of the screen. Ben always flashes the bases so you can tell exactly what we're talking about. See Zane if you're looking for a garage door installation, repairs, or even preventive maintenance, or you might have some issues with garage door openers. Get in touch with Zane. He can help you out. 314-243-9341. And the instant replays you'll see today are brought to you as a courtesy of Hub Tire Center, 3-generation family-owned business. They're right across the street from the radio station, handling tires, state inspections, auto repair, so much more. If you need their help, stop on by 801 South Main or call 729-5800. That is Hub's Tire Center right here in Salem. Salem 6-2-1 on the season. Going into this game, 2-0 in the SCA, as we mentioned. It's a big game because there's 3 tough games this week. One here against the Cabool Bulldogs. Then we'll go to Willow Springs, and then we'll be back home on a Friday for a game against the Waynesville Tigers. So, interesting week this week. Do want to tell everybody, though, listening, that the Thayer game, originally scheduled to be at Thayer, has been now moved to Salem. The Thayer Field underwent some massive damage during the flooding that occurred down there, and so they are not having any home games at Thayer this year. So we will be hosting that game here at the Salem Baseball Field Complex. I think that's about 10 days from now, is it not? A week from today? A week from today. So for Thayer Bobcats will be in town for their home game on our field. That's just okay. Not a problem. Glad that they're able to play the game and allow them to play on a good field and not have to worry about hopefully some washout. I can't imagine how much damage is done there. They said a lot of the fence is gone, but they're right by that creek. If that water gets flowing, man, there's no stopping it down there. So hopefully everybody was okay from that flood that happened down there. But, man, our thoughts and prayers go out to Thayer High School. That's going to take some major renovation to get that field ready to go. So we have both teams here. We're getting ready for the starting lineups to go out there. While we are talking about starting lineups, let's go ahead and get them to you. First off, for Cabool, Brody Norfeliz will be at shortstop. He'll be followed by Carson Lindsay. He'll be playing left field. Carson Long in center, and Ian Kidwell will be pitching today. He'll be in the cleanup spot. Oliver Appleton will be at third base today. Bryce Beeler in right field, he bats sixth. Steve Blackwelder will be doing the catching today, batting seventh. Callan Davis, the DH, bats eighth. And Brody Munoz will be at second base. He'll be in the number 9 slot. Starting lineup for the Salem Tigers brought to you as a courtesy of Flying W Boutique and Looking Glass Salon. And your world today features Silas DuBois leading it off. He'll be doing the catching today. Katie Moody will be in center field. He bats second. Roy Stevens will be in the third slot. He'll be playing shortstop today. In the fourth slot, Cash Howard playing right field today, wears number 19 for the Salem Tigers. Blake Edwards, who pitched a fine gem last week, he'll be at second base today. He'll be batting fifth. Briar Bobbitt batting sixth, will be playing first base. Jackson Ralston, third baseman, he'll be batting in the number 7 slot. Dan and Barry will be on the hill today for the Salem Tigers. He'll bat eighth, and wearing number 30 and batting ninth will be Hayden Ragsdale in left field today for the Salem Tigers. Great afternoon for some baseball. Bulldogs in their very dark blue uniforms with the white pants and the white numbers. Salem Tigers will be in their Carolina blue jerseys today with the white caps and shoulders and numbers in white outlined by navy blue. So that's the Tigers lineup for today. Invite everybody to come on down, enjoy the ball game here, the Salem High School Baseball Field Complex. Don't forget the concession stands are open. If you're going to be in the area, stop on in, get yourself a burger or a hot dog and watch some baseball. Should be a lot of fun. And the weather's not bad at all. A little bit of a wind is blowing out to left, or I should say right center, to right center. We'll see if that has any effect on the ball today. It did have some effect on the game against Houston, where Cash Howard got a wind-blown double. And then Blake Edwards hit one deep to left center field. It would not have been caught anyway, but the ball ended up short hopping the fence. Doggone near jumped out of here. So we'll see if the wind does have any effect in today's game. So again, our starting battery will be Dan and Barry with Silas DuBois for the Salem Tigers. And Stephen Blackwell will be doing the catching for Ian Kidwell for the Cabool Bulldogs. We're about ready for the national anthem here at the Salem High School Baseball Field Complex. We will take a 90-second break and come right back. Salem Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
It's only because of our incredible sponsors that we're able to bring you Salem Tiger sports and community events. Some of these sponsors include Jet Tire and Auto, Salem's only licensed Lucas Oil Service Center. Drive in today at 800 South Park Avenue right here in Salem. Moe's Cleaning Service, LLC, the only cleaning service you'll ever need. Give them a call at 573-201-0430 and get Moe for your money.
Save on everyday items with digital coupons at Town & Country Supermarkets. It's easy. Download the Town & Country Markets app and browse through a variety of digital coupons available. Then clip them to your account. You can also clip digital coupons online at tcmarkets.com. Shop in the store for your favorite items, then tell us your phone number at checkout, and the digital coupons will be deducted from your purchase automatically. Scan this QR code to learn more and start saving more today.
Duncan Family Chiropractic provides chiropractic care to everyone from newborn to elderly. Dr. Duncan treats wellness, sports injuries, chronic ear infections, pregnancy, and more. Ask Dr. Duncan about your full line of supplements, including Juice Plus and standard process supplements, as well as pain relief, BioFreeze products.
And welcome back to the Salem High School Baseball Field Complex. I want to remind everybody, top of the innings are brought to you as a courtesy of Jonah Schaefer, your local American family insurance agent in the Crossroads Shopping Center, who can talk to you about different things, the different types of insurance, discounts available from bundling or age or even experience. If you want to find out more, get in touch with Jonah, 573-729-5156. And we welcome you right here to a great afternoon for baseball. Our Lady Tigers are on the road today. Good luck to them with Coach Woody. Busy time. Busy time. I think junior high is in a track meet today. So there are all kinds of people all over the place. So I think the tennis team is at home taking Rolla, I think. Is that today? Tennis team? I think so. Anyway, a lot of good stuff going on. Remember all those sports we talk about for Salem High School? Pick up a copy of Your World Today or go online and check those out. And stay up to date on what your Tigers are doing right here in Salem on Your World Today or in Your World Today, depending upon how you view it. And the best part is it's absolutely free. Dan Berry, tall right-hander, another one of them 6'6" guys. You got a lot of those guys. Used to call them string beans back in the day. They're thin, they're lean, they're long, and they're lanky. And they can usually throw the ball pretty well. And so Dan has had some good outings for the Salem Tigers this year. He comes in and gets the start today against Cabool Bulldogs. Bulldogs will start things out with Brody Norfelice, then Carson Lindsay, and then Carson Long here against Dan and Barry. About ready to get this one underway? Appreciate all of you joining us. I'd like to thank our great sponsors to make it possible for us to bring you Tiger softball. Lake Meadows Animal Health Center, Dr. Ashley Cunningham. She is a great vet. Be it for your pets or be it for your livestock, she can handle it. Get on by and see her at 900 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard or call 573-729-4031. If you need a vet, you need Ashley Cunningham. Dr. Ashley Cunningham of Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center, Incorporated. Proud to support your Salem Tigers. About ready to get this one underway. Barry will throw his last pitch. Down to second it will go from Mr. Silas DuBois. I thought I had counted enough pitches. I thought he was going to do it right there. He did not. So, again, we remind everybody we're going to be at Willow Springs on Wednesday afternoon, a very rare Wednesday game in this area of the state. 4:30 start time from Willow Springs on Wednesday afternoon. It's going to be a key game for the Salem Tigers in the SCA. I think Willow and Thayer played today at Willow, so that should be another key game to see what the outcome is there. As Brody Norfelice stands in, Brody with a open stance to the right side, takes one outside, ball one. Brody, also a basketball player. Deep in the box with his feet close together and then strides out and tries to pull that pitch, and he does, way foul. Brody looking for that ball inside the middle. 1-1 to count. He's right up on top of the plate so he can reach out on the outside pitch. Tigers straight away for this hitter as the pitch comes home. Chopper towards third. Right through the legs of Ralston for an error. He pulled up on that ball as it hit the grass and came up. And that'll be an E5 to start the game.
Now batting number 8, Carson Lindsay.
Jackson did not get the tailgate down as he started to pull up as that ball bounced up. You can't stay down. You can always bring the glove up, but when you bring the glove up early, nothing they can do but go through you. So a leadoff error and a man on the run. A fly ball out to the left field, and Hayden Ragsdale almost tumbled down right as he went for the ball. But he made the catch as Carson Lindsay swung at the first one and flied out to left. Cabool Ballpark is a lot smaller than the Salem Ballpark by quite a bit. Carson Long stands in. He plays center field, wears number 3, and swings and misses. Right field line at Cabool's just a pop fly away. And their left field is not very deep either, just right about at the 300 mark all the way across. So it's not a very big park. A lot of difference here at Salem. Pitches outside to throw to second base way too late. Norfelice had such a great jump as Barry didn't really even look over. It'll be a stolen base for Brody. 1-1 to count. Catcher Silas DuBois goes out there and says, hey, you got to look over, man. That guy was running before you ever came to the stretch. So Norfelice at second base. He's there with 1 out. Carson Long, a 1-1 count. Top of the first inning, just underway here at Salem High School Baseball Field Complex. Pitch comes in outside. Looked like Dan had tried to guide that one to the outside edge. Right-hander looks in, the sign from DuBois, ready. Jockeying at second base comes in. That one's just a little bit low, and it's 3-1. Barry more of a control pitcher than a speedster. So that fastball comes in low, gets away from DuBois, and that's going to put the man at third base. So not a good start for the Salem Tigers here as they got an error and now a walk.
Now batting number 2, Ian Kidwell.
And Ian Kidwell, their pitcher, will stand in. First and third, 1 out. Barry in a bit of a pickle. Long with a short lead. He's going. The pitch is a strike. No throw by Du Bois. Came out ready to gun it down to third base as Long steals the bag. Dannon not a fast pitcher in the windup, so easy for these guys to get a good lead and then take off. That pitch is low. 1-1 in the dirt. Good scoop and stop by Silas. 1-1. Only one out, top of the first inning. Tigers cheat in a little bit on the infield at the corners. Halfway on the second and shortstop position. That curveball goes way outside. 2-1. Barry looks in. Brings it. Fastball grounder towards short. Roy wants to throw home. That's not a good idea. A slow grounder towards shortstop, and the run's going to score as Royce throws in the dirt. It's a fielder's choice, an RBI for Kidwell. That was, again, not a good smart play by Roy at shortstop. So Stevens tried to get the ball come home. He was playing halfway. Hadn't been playing in. It had been a good play, but the ball was not hard to hit. Long goes to third base. A run is in. 1-0 Cabool, and no run for the pitcher. Looks like number 18, Lucas Hong. Oliver Appleton will stand in. So the Tigers with some miscues here to start the game of trailing it now 1-0. The runners at first and third. Still only one out in the pitch and a little bit low to Oliver Appleton. It's a fairly young team. A lot of juniors on this Cabool team, but only one senior. Dan Barry working from the stretch, brings it. It's high. Runner's going to steal. And the throw back goes past him. And now the runner falls down third base, and they try and get him going back. He's safe as Edwards got it. Hesitated just a half a second. I don't know if he'd have got him anyway. The Tigers playing a little bit ragged here to start this game out. First, an error, then a walk. Then fielder's choice. A chopper off the glove of Barry. Another run's going to score. That'll be an infield single and an RBI for Appleton. And this inning is becoming a nightmare for the Salem Tigers. 2-0 Cabool. Barry got off the mound quickly, reached up with his big long frame, but the ball went off the edge of his glove, and there will be no play after that. So Bryce Beeler stands in. First and second, still only one out, 2 runs in. Bulldogs have a 2-0 lead. Fastball, outside corner for a strike. Beeler, right-handed batter, deep in the box. Pitch comes home in the dirt, knocked down by Du Bois. Well, Barry finds himself in a hole. One and one to count, one down. Barry looks in, the sign, brings it. High, runner trying to steal that throw. High at third base, they get it down. He's out. Hong trying to steal third base is cut down. 2-5 on that put out. Appleton down at second base. No stolen base for Appleton as Hong was thrown out. He got a late jump, and Du Bois picked him off relatively easy. Pitch comes in on the inside corner for strike 2. 2-2. Beeler waits. Runner in second base. The pitch comes home. Pop fly right side down the line, and Briar Bobbitt, I should say, can't get it. As Bryce Beeler running down to first base on a ball, obviously a good distance foul. Briar gave it a shot but couldn't get there, wasn't high enough. Still 2-2. The pitch comes home. That's way high. 3-2. Runner at second base. 2 down. 2-0 Bulldogs. The pitch. Strike 3 call on the outside corner. Beeler took it. He's punched out, but some damage is done. It all started with an error. think that's a country song. I think we should probably write that. 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left. I'm sorry, 1 left. We have now played a half an inning. It's 2-0. Cabool will come back in 1 minute. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
I am a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm here to talk about life, your dreams, your work, your family, and how you can protect it all with a company that will talk to you with the honesty of a farmer and take care of you with the integrity of a neighbor. I'll make sure no detail is left uncovered so your family can breathe easy. Because just like you, I chose to build a life in Missouri too. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm from Missouri for life.
Hi, I'm Susie Cahill, Director of Healthy Dent County Fitness Center. Are you looking for a place to begin your journey to better health? Come inside. Never in my life have I been in another atmosphere where everyone was so friendly and eager to help others. It's not just the staff, it's the members. They're so passionate about what they do and so excited to help you. If you're ready to begin your journey to better health, come by and see us.
Sloppy top of the first inning has cost the Salem Tigers a couple of runs. They're going to have to get the bats rolling. Silas DuBois, Cade Moody, Roy Stevens will go up against Ian Kidwell. He'll be caught by Stephen Blackwelder. All around the infield for the Cabool Bulldogs in their dark navy, I will not even say navy, beyond navy blue jerseys, we will call it. At shortstop, Brody Norfelice. At third base, Oliver Appleton on the left side of the infield. On the right side, Brody Munoz at second and Karsten Wright, the big first baseman at first base. In the outfield, Bryce Beeler in right, Carson Long in center, and Carson Lindsay in left field. It'll be Silas DuBois leading off. I'd like to thank our great sponsors at New Life Auto for helping us bring you Salem Tiger Sports on KSMO Media. 583 Highway 68 North in Salem, 573-453-2757. New Life Auto, let them put new life into your vehicle. First pitch is outside, ball 1 from Kidwell, right-hander. Where's number 2? Gets back up on the hill. They play DuBois to pull. They give him a whole bunch of room out in left center. 1-0 coming in from Kidwell. Swing and a foul straight back. 6 men went to the plate for the Cabool Bulldogs. None of their contact, except maybe the fly out by Lindsay, was well hit. But they have 2 runs. Pitch comes a little bit high to DuBois on the outside corner, but up and away. First inning action, bottom of the first, brought to you by Farm Bureau. Willie Strader, your agent. Pitch, strike on the outside edge. You can give Willie a call, 573-729-4941 for all types of insurance. Willie Strader, Farm Bureau Insurance, 1414 West Scenic Cruz Boulevard. 2-2 to count, the pitch to DuBois. That curveball tried to backdoor him, but a little bit too far outside. Took a little something off, and Silas took it. Full count. Kidwell looks in. The Blackwelder gets his sign and brings it. That's low, ball 4. So leadoff walk for the Salem Tigers. Let's see if they can get something going here.
Number 6, Moody.
Cade Moody will stand in. Right-handed batter for the Salem Tigers playing center field. DuBois a short lead at first base. Kidwell looks but doesn't go that way, and a pitch a little bit low. Cabool still pretty much straight away in the outfield. Norfelice trying to cheat up a little bit up the middle to set up a double play. 1-0 to count. Pitch comes home. Runner going. That's low. No throw. As Blackwelder had to dig that one out. An easy steal for DuBois. He's at second base with nobody out. Stevens and Cash Howard still do it for the Tigers. Let's see if Moody can put one in play, and he pops it up on the infield. Who wants it? Munoz backing out. Center fielder Carson coming in, and he could make the play. Long got there and just had that ball go right off the heel of his glove for an error. Ball definitely should have been caught, probably by the infielder. Had to come a long way in, but he called it. And the wind is blowing out, so it's blowing toward him. But he did not make the catch. So an error now for Cabool, and it's first and second. Nobody out for Stevens. Pitch fouled back. Got jammed on that pitch. So pop up by Moody falls off the glove of the center fielder, Carson Long. Du Bois at second. Moody at first base. Pitch comes home way high with an off-speed pitch. Looked like a slider. Too hard for a curve. Ball was way out of the strike zone. 1-1 to count. Stevens with a big hole in that right side. Runners are going and he fouls it back. It was jammed again. As Kidwell keeps bringing that ball right in on the hands of Roy Stevens. Roy fouling it back over the fence. They have to retrieve the baseball. I think they have a basket of those baseballs here. But 1-2 to count. Pitch to Stevens. Low and away. 2-2. Good block by Blackwelder. Keep the Tigers from moving up another base. 2-0 Cabool Bulldogs. 200 runs in the top of the first. Salem with runners at first and second. Nobody out to pitch. Swing and a tap foul as Stevens out in front of that one. It almost looked like a straight change. Stevens just got a piece of it out front. 2-2 to count. Nobody out. Big hole in their right side as they got Wright even holding the man on. The pitch comes home and a grounder foul pulled there by Stevens. So Wright at first base is trying to hold that runner on, and Munoz at second is trying to hold that runner on. So guess how much room is open between first and second base? There's 90 feet between the bases, and there's about 89.5 open. Pitch to Stevens. Line drive right at the third baseman. That's going to be an out, and a throw to second was bad. Otherwise, Du Bois would have been doubled off. The line out. No error on the play. I was wondering where Silas was going. That ball was caught in the air, and he was just taking off for third base. But he makes it back to second base as the throw there from the third baseman, Appleton, could not be fielded by Munoz. But no further advancement by either runner. One out, first and second. Pitch to Cash Howard. He lines that one in the left center field. That's a base hit. That's going to make it 2-1. And pulling up and going back to second was Moody. He could have had third base, in my opinion, pretty easy. But Caden had that play right in front of him. He made the best call. A single by Howard, an RBI single, making it 2-1. Moody pulled up at second base. I don't know if Caden had to hold up a minute. He didn't get a good read on that ball. He's at second base. Howard at first base. And Blake Edwards at the plate. The pitch comes home to Blake, and he fouls it down the right side. That ball's going to go out of play. Ball in on the hands of Blake. Briar Bobbitt on deck. A run is in. Those errors do mount up, don't they? 2-1 our score. Salem had an error in the first, led to 2 runs. So far, an error right now has led to 1. Pitch comes home. Chop foul on an off-speed pitch. Blake fouled it off quickly 0-2. We're in the first inning, 2-1 Cabool. Moody at second base. Cash Howard at first. Ian Kidwell, their hurler, looks in the sign from Blackwelder. The pitch fouled at the plate. It was off the leg of Edwards. He's going to feel that one a little bit later on. Salem had the runners going. Still 0-2. Just 1 down. Still a lot of room on that right side. From the stretch, the pitch comes in. It's a little bit high. Edwards started to cock it back and had to unwind. 1-2 to count. Kidwell looks in. Blackwelder the sign. The pitch, curveball behind the hitter and off the glove of the catcher and back to the screen. And that'll be a wild pitch. A good job by Edwards not moving. It just shielded out the catcher, Blackwelder, from seeing the ball, and it went off the edge of his glove to the screen. And that allowed both Moody and Howard to move up. 2-2 to count. Edwards waiting from the right side as the pitch comes home. Curveball outside. Good eye by Blake to swing at that one. Tantalizingly slow off-speed pitch. Bobbitt's on deck, second and third. Tying run at third base with one out. Need to get him in. The pitch comes home, and it's ball four. That one missed outside, not by much. Blake took it, and the bases are loaded for Briar Bobbitt.
Now batting number 17, Briar Bobbitt.
Briar's had some big hits this year. Had a double and a single last game and scored a couple times and drove in a run. No place to put this hitter. Bobbitt on. One out. The bases are loaded. The pitch comes in. A ground ball toward third. Knocked down. The throw comes home. It's high and wild. Safe. Jumping as high as he could was Blackwelder. He got it and came down, but by that time, Moody had crossed the plate. And so it'll be an RBI for Bobbitt, a fielder's choice. Each team has done the same thing. That time, the third baseman Appleton knocked it down. And the ball was still at his feet, and he is elected to come home. I don't think he was originally going to come home. I think he was going to try for two. 2-2 our score, and there's a pop fly into right field. That ball might fall, and it will fall for a base hit for Ralston. In comes a run to score to make it 3-2. And Jackson, good piece of hitting there. Outside off-speed pitch. He just went with it, blooped that ball into right field, and it's a 3-2 Salem lead. Station to station as the Tigers still have the bases loaded with Edwards at third base. Bobbitt at second. Ralston out first for Dan and Barry. Barry, the front part of that batter's box. The pitch a little bit low and outside. Real good job of punching that ball to right field by Jackson Ralston. Got a pitch on the outer edge. He just took it that way. And Beeler got the ball back in quickly, so only one run can score. There's a ball off the end of the bat, out at second. No, safe at second. Safe at second. They say he never had it. And I go, Norfolese is definitely going to appeal, thinking that he was trying to throw, and the coach is going to make his way in. So the flip to second base was dropped for an error by Norfolese. That allowed a run to score to make it 4-2. Bobbitt ends up at third. Ralston ends up at second. Barry reaches on E6. Second error for the Bulldogs, who had a 2-0 lead in this game. Salem has responded with a 4 spot here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Bottom of the first inning. And he got a 4 spot on the board, and there's still only one out. So Hayden Ragsdale, a ninth man to bat in the inning, will stand in. The bases are still loaded. 4 runs are in. Ragsdale playing left field today. He waits, the pitch comes in, and that's a strike. Ragsdale had a 2-run single the other day against Houston. And he really smoked it between the third baseman and shortstop. See if Hayden has a pitch to his liking. It comes in outside low, gets away, but no advancement by the runner at third base, Briar Bobbitt. Didn't get that far away from Blackwelder. Right in at first, and in at third base is Appleton. Still double play depth at second and shortstop. That fastball is just a little bit high. And Coach Edwards wants to get a pinch runner in there for Dan and Barry.
Running for the pitcher, number 1, Luke Christensen.
Luke Christensen will come in. Barry will go back to the dugout. Pretty much an automatic usually. We have the catchers and pitchers run for, but not all the time. Ragsdale waits the pitch. There's a line drive to the right. That's a base hit. 1 run is going to come in. Here comes another man. He's going to score. And going to third base will be Christensen. And the Tigers have 6 here in the first inning.
Nice piece of opposite field hitting by Hayden Ragsdale. Things that we talked about this morning or this afternoon with Coach Edwards about the Tigers going the other way with a pitch. And that's going to be it for Kidwell. Kidwell's going to be done for the afternoon. He's gone 1/3 of an inning. And they're going to bring in the right fielder, Bryce Beeler. So Beeler will come in.
Now pitching for the Bulldogs, number 22, Bryce Beeler.
So Tigers sent 9 men to the plate so far in this first inning, and they have scored 6 times. So Oliver Appleton here in the bottom of the first will now play right field, and Kidwell here in the bottom of first will move to third base. So the base hit by Ragsdale, 2 RBI, and it makes it 6-2. Giving up 3 hits in that inning was Kidwell. He's responsible for 2 walks, and there's 2 errors behind him. He struck out no one. So the lefty comes on here for the Bulldogs. 6-2 Salem. It started with a walk. Silas DuBois stole second. Cade Moody popped one into short center field. That the center fielder Carson Long called for came in, then had the ball go off that looked like the palm of his glove for an error. Then Roy Stevens lined out to third base, and a throw to second base that could have doubled off Silas DuBois was wild, but no error was charged. You cannot assume a double play. Cash Hour then got a base hit, drive in a run. Blake Edwards walked. Briar Bobbitt reached on fielder's choice. That drove in a run. And then Jackson Ralston got a base hit to drive in a run, and Dannon Berry reached on an error by the shortstop on a ground ball to second base. Going for the double play, never caught it. And so 6-0 Salem Tigers after Hayden Ragsdale's 2 RBI single. Silas DuBois here in the first inning. As Salem bats around, will stand in. 6-2 our score. Runners at first and third, only 1 out. All runs driven in. That's the good news, but some of them are not earned runs. Pitch comes home to DuBois. Here's a high fly ball in the center field. Going back. Is long, but that ball's over his head. 2 more runs are going to score. DuBois is going to land up at least a third. And the throw comes in offline. He pulls up there with a 2-run triple. With the wind blowing out to center field, that ball got up in it. And Long, I think, was still a little bit too shallow to begin with. And DuBois ends up with a 2 RBI triple. And that makes it 8-2. Beeler brings that one in, and skipping the rope is Cade Moody. That ball right down at his feet. So Ragsdale scored, and Christensen scored. And that closes the book on Kidwell. 8 runs allowed by the young right-hander. As a lefty, Beeler brings it in. Ball's low and away, 3-0. Moody at the plate, reached on an error his first time. Now the center fielder Long way back there. The pitch comes in outside, ball 4. 4-pitch walk. So Roy Stevens will stand in. Sailing with 8 here in the first inning after the Bulldogs netted 2. DuBois at third base. Moody. Very short lead as Stevens takes a strike. Be shocked if Caden doesn't go. Lefty, very deliberate worker. Does not throw very hard and is not very quick to the plate. Pitch comes home. Off-speed pitch and a high fly ball left field. That should get a run home. Over and making the catch is the left fielder Lindsey. And in comes DuBois on the sacrifice fly. Throw arced back in. Moody does not tag and go. And the RBI for Roy Stevens on the fly ball. 9-2. and Cash Howard will stand in. Howard got a base hit to left center field his first time up. That drove in the first Salem Tiger run of the game. The pitch comes home, and there's a little pop fly left side, off the field and into the parking area, I guess what you would call it back there. Or maybe just the play area for the kids. Pitch comes home low, gets away, and Moody has an easy stolen base. He was on the run as the pitch came in. (9-2) Salem Tigers. Left-hander Cash Howard waits. The pitch comes home. Swinging a chopped foul as Moody had third base stolen. He'll have to go back. Nine runs so far for the Tigers on 4 hits, but there were 2 errors thrown in there. From the stretch, Beeler brings it way high. On the stretch, Beeler looks, checks. Here it comes. Little pop fly to left field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Here comes Moody. He's going to try and score. Norfolk East throw home. Could get him, and does not. Catcher Blackwelder came up the line to get it, and he just couldn't field the ball in time to get Moody. He was racing by him as the ball arrived. So Howard with an RBI single makes it 10-2. Ball not very deep in the outfield, but well placed by Cash Howard. And Blake Edwards will stand in. He walked and scored back in in this first inning. We're not even back yet. Pitch comes in, a swing and a miss. Beeler, a very slow hurler. Not much on his pitches. Working from the left side. Salem with 10 runs here in the first inning. The pitch. Ground ball in the hole, and nice play made there by the third baseman Kidwell to throw across in time to retire the side. But the Tigers of Salem scored 10 runs. They do so on a total of 5 hits, 2 errors, and 1 man left. We have now played 1 full inning here at Salem. Our score, it's the Salem Tigers 10 and the Bulldogs 2. We'll come back in a minute. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center in Salem is here for all of your veterinary needs. From your house cat to a herd of cattle, Dr. Cunningham and her expert staff are here to help. Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center is committed to providing your animals with the highest level of care and support. Schedule an appointment today for checkups, boarding, surgery, supplies, or even 24/7 emergency services for established clients. Stop by or call in today and get the veterinary care that your pets deserve.
Progressive Ozark Bank is proud to announce a better way to manage your debit card fraud alerts. Instead of a phone call, customers will receive a message on their text-enabled numbers if there is a concern on a debit card transaction. It's fast and easy. Want to find out how you can get fraud text alerts on your phone? Drop by or call Progressive Ozark Bank for more information. Progressive Ozark Bank, FDIC insured, where people matter.
Welcome back. 10-2, Salem on top. Boy, and both teams can say it all started with an error, and it really has. Cabool got a couple of runs back in the first inning after an error by Ralston. A fly out, a walk, a fielder's choice, and then a base hit, an infield single. The Tigers had a walk and then a drop ball, fly ball by the center fielder. Then Stevens lined out. But a Cash Howard single left center, a walk to Edwards. Bryce Bobbitt reached on a fielder's choice, the third baseman at that time. Appleton tried to throw home. It was too late. Then Jackson Ralston singled to right. Dan and Barry reached on an error to hit the ball to second base. Looking to try and get 2, he flipped it to the shortstop North Police, who dropped the ball. Then Ragsdale singled to right. A triple by Du Bois to center. a walk and a sacrifice fly, and suddenly it's 10-2 Salem as Danenberry back to the hill is facing Stephen Blackwelder, their catcher. Right-handed batter. First pitch high and outside. Top of the inning brought to you by American Family Insurance agent Jonah Schaefer. Pitch comes in, a foul straight back. Jonah in the Crossroads Shopping Center and American Family Insurance has some guides that'll help you with the questions about first time buying a home, or if you're buying a home for the first time in a long time. Drop on by, get it for free at 1104 South Main Street, American Family Insurance. Tapper back to Danenberry. He has it, gets it over to Bryce Bobbitt quickly. 1-3 on the putout. And there's quickly one down here in the second inning. We thank our sponsors that always make it possible for us to bring you Tiger sports, like the Salem License Office, 1104 South Main Street, the Crossroads. There to help you and answer any questions you might have about your licensing needs, or if you want to find out more about the Real ID, 573-729-8305. The Salem License Office, supporting your Salem Tigers. 1-0 pitch inside, almost nicked. Callan Davis, their DH. Brody Munoz is on deck. 2 for Cabool in the first inning on 1 hit. Salem 10 on 5 hits. The 2-0 pitch comes home. Swing and a miss. Late swing. Ralston cheating in on the infield grass. He's the only one in. They do give a little bit of right center field for Davis. Pitch is way outside by Danenberry. He had a long wait in between his work to get here to the second. Next one comes home. That's high, ball 4. But I guess if you're on the bench and you score 10 runs for you, I don't think you'll complain too much. Munoz, their second baseman, will stand in. Right-handed batter, wearing number 11. Stands a tad bit off the plate as Barry looks in. The pitch wants to show a bunt and is charged with a strike. I think a ball back in play there. 0-1 to count. Davis at first base. 1 down. Short lead. Barry brings it. That's a high fastball, and it's 1-1. No bunt shown that time by Davis. Moody plays this hitter to pull just ever so slightly. The pitch, that's a strike. A little bit of a gap out right center as Howard, even though he's off the line, there's still some room. 1-2 the count. Munoz waits. Ooh, just missed high. 2-2. We're in the second inning. 10-2 Salem. Barry looks, checks, brings it. That pitch is just high and inside. 3-2. Yeah, missed by much. See if Davis is going here on a 3-2 pitch with only 1 out. Down by 8. Not going. Ball 4. Back-to-back walks. And that's not going to make Coach Edwards happy, I can tell you that. You got an 8-run lead. Make him hit the ball. And Brody Norfelice will stand in. He grounded to Ralston, and the ball went right through his legs back in the first inning. And Norfelice came around to score. First and second, 1 down. We're in the top of the second inning. Pitch from Barry. There's a line drive towards the left. That's going to fall for a base hit and load the bases up. As Ragsdale, they're going to send a man home. Throws way off line, and Du Bois can't get it. And that's going to go off his glove, and all the runners will move up. So the base hit by Norfelice drives in the run. I didn't really think they'd send Davis, but Ragsdale's throw tailed to the foul area of the third base side, and then Du Bois trying to reach for it. The ball had the runner beat by a long way. Went on the edge of his glove and up against the screen, allowing for Munoz to go to third and Norfelice to second. So another error on the Tigers. So the pitch comes in, and it's a little bit high to Carson Lindsay, who flew out the left. 10-3 our score. That pitch is high. It's 2-0. Barry struggling with his control here. Lindsay waits. Second and third. Only one out. Pitch comes home. High pop fly. Left field. Who's going to get it? Stevens calls for it. Makes the catch. And there's two out. Ball is just at the edge of the infield. And Carson Long will stand in. He walked his first time. 10-3 the score. Cabool with a couple of runners on. Two down. Long walked and stole a base and scored a run. Left-handed batter waits the pitch. Outside. 1-0 to count. Overcast afternoon. All day it's been overcast pretty much here in Dane County. Every now and then a peak or two of sunshine. 1-0, and there's a base hit to left. No, nice cutoff by Ralston. Good job. He throws him out. Good job by Jackson to quickly go to his left and be able to flag that one down off the bat. That looked like it was going to get by him. Ball tailed back toward Long, who made a nice play and threw out Carson Long 5-3. But Cabool does get a run. They do so on a hit, one error, and there were two guys left. And have now played an inning and a half here at Salem. It's 10-3. Salem Tigers will come back in just 1 minute. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Every project is different, which is why Salem Truss uses modern engineering software to design, then construct quality trusses for your home, barn, or business. The size of the job doesn't matter, but the quality of the work does, which is why Salem Truss will deliver their trusses anywhere. Proud to support the Salem community, they're open Monday through Thursday from 7:30 to 4:30 and Friday from 7:30 until 11. For more information, call Salem Truss at 729-9276.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
Welcome back to Salem High School Baseball Field Complex. Jet Tire and Auto is a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers at 800 South Park Avenue. Give them a call for all of your tire needs or even off-road accessories. They can do it for you. 573-729-3650. Jet Tires and Auto. They got a website too at jettiresandauto.com. Proud to support your Salem Tigers. Briar Bobbitt stands in, swings and misses. 1-1 account. Bobbitt, Ralston, and Dannon Berry. Pitch comes home outside. Salem with two errors in the game. Salem with three errors. Nope. Big thing. 2-2. Pitch is up and away. 3-1 to count. So each team with a couple of errors. Beeler brings it home. It's outside, ball 4. Another free pass in this game. We've had quite a few. That's the fourth one for the Salem Tigers. 3 on the side of Cabool. So Bobbin will lead off. Jackson Ralston singled his first time up to right field. Throw over, and it gets away from the first baseman right, and Barry goes down to second base. Well, now there's 3 for the Bulldogs. As Beeler threw that one away. Jackson Ralston will now have a chance for another RBI. He's got one in this game. Beeler looks in, the sign, puts it in, a pop-up on the infield, and it looks like it's going to drift out of play, and it does. Catcher Blackwelder gave it a look, but that ball's way over. 10 RBIs for the Salem Tigers in this game. Ralston waits, takes it low. At second base, Briar Bobbitt. We are in the bottom of the second inning. 10-3 Salem Tigers. Ralston waits. Beeler brings it home. There's a line drive base hit left field. That ball hung up. Getting over there and getting it back in quickly. And Bobbitt will stay at third base. Throw came in from the left fielder, Lindsey, all the way to the plate. Ralston did not try and advance. So Bobbitt still at third base. Ralston at first base. He's got 2 hits in the game. Barry waits. Reached on the error by the shortstop. Norfelice back in that first inning. Hit a one-hopper to second base, and Munoz flipped it over for Norfelice, who never really caught the ball. Ball went in and out of his glove before he ever tried to transfer. The 1-0 pitch comes home, inside low. Almost hit the batter. 2-0 to count. Bryce Beeler on the hill. From the left side he looks. He checks the runner, Briar Bobbitt at third base. The pitch comes home, and there's a pop foul. Well, that's going to go back, and I believe out of play. It will go out of play. Ralston over at first base on the base hit. First and third. Barry looks ready. He's the front part of that batter's box. He waits a 2-1. Check swing, but that's a strike. Like a straight change right there by Beeler. 2-2 to count. Straight away for this hitter for the Salem Tigers. The pitch comes home to Barry. Here it comes. Off speed and high. 3-2. Now will they send Jackson Ralston here? Nobody out. We are in the second inning. 10-3 Salem. Barry waits. Beeler looks, checks. Here it comes. High pop up on the infield and back and out of play. Blackwelder turned to his right trying to find that ball, and it was curving back off to his left. He kept trying to figure out where it was going to go next. 3-2 to count to Dan and Barry. First and second. Nobody out. We are in this second inning. Pitch comes home, and the dirt gets away. Here comes the run, going to score. He will score. As Bobbitt comes home on a wild pitch to make it 11-3. Ralston down to second base. And Barry at first base on the walk. That is the 5th walk for the Salem Tigers. Christensen comes in to run as Ragsdale stands in. First and second. 11-3 our score. Pitch from Beeler on the way. Outside, missed the corner. Don't forget Cardinal Baseball for those on the radio side with us coming your way. Game time 6:45 from Busch Stadium against the Astros. Tomorrow night will be the regular season finale for the Blues. Will they or will they not make it into the playoffs? Beeler brings it home in the dirt. 3-0. Ralston at second base. At first base, Christensen running for Barry. Ragsdale was singled in 2. Waits for the 3-0. Here it is. Ooh, a strike on the outside edge. Hayden gave him that pitch. He will not give him another one like that. Big hole on the right side. This pitch comes home. That's low. Ball 4. And another walk for the Salem Tigers. Beeler has issued 3 of them in his time at the plate. I believe Cabool is going to be making a pitching change. I believe they're going to call in their left fielder, Carson Lindsay, to pitch. So Beeler pitches 2/3 of an inning. Still nobody out here. Beeler is responsible for 2 hits. I think that 3 hits. 3 walks. He didn't strike out anybody. So Beeler was in right field to start the game. He is now in left. All right, so here in the bottom of the 2nd inning, Beeler goes to left, and the left fielder Lindsey comes to the mound. So Lindsey, a right-hander, will try to shut down the Tigers, who already have an 8-run lead. And the base is juiced up, ready to go. We're glad to have you along. Want to thank our friends at On the Spot Auto Glass for being a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. You know, they've been doing something a lot of people need to have done all the time. Change out your auto glass on the spot, so you don't have to try and figure out a time when you're going to get by the shop and then have somebody pick you up and blah, 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 blah. You don't have to do that. On the spot auto glass means exactly what they say. They want to change out your auto glass on the spot. So check them out on Facebook. Call 573-247-3608. On the Spot Auto Glass is a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. Bottom of the inning brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Willie Strader, helping you with all your insurance needs. Willie has you covered. 573-729-4941, 1414 West St. Cruz Boulevard. Willie Strader and Farm Bureau Insurance. Fastball high and away by Carson Lindsey, left fielder. He's got a little bit better of an arm than Beeler. Pitch comes in. That ball's high. Kind of flinging it up there from the side. Side to 3/4. I won't say it's all side arm or even submarine. Nothing like that. But kind of short arms it. 2-0. The pitch comes in. Fastball outside. Ball tailed away. 3-0. And for Silas DuBois, he's got 2 RBIs on a triple already in this game. He's looking for a second walk, which also could generate him another RBI. The 3-0 pitch, low and in, ball 4, and he got it. An RBI walk, and it makes it 12-3 as Ralston will come in. That run charged to Beeler. And Moody will stand in. Moody from the right side. 3 stray walks to the Salem Tigers here. The pitch, that's a strike. 4 out of the last 5 guys have received walks. (12-3) our score. The pitch comes home high outside. Christensen dancing around down at third base. Ragsdale down at second. DuBois at first base. At the edge of the infield grass is first and third. The pitch, that's low. 2-1. So Lindsey has come on, and he has thrown more fuel to the fire. Walks in a run. 2-1 the count to Moody. The pitch, and there's a ground ball up the middle, and the second baseman cannot make the play in time. He bobbled it, and that allows the Tigers to get run number 13 on the error by the second baseman, Brody Munoz. Moody hit the ball hard, but right at Munoz. That definitely should have been a force out. But he could make the play. Another run scores to make it 13-3. Pitch coming into Stevens. That's up and in. So now at third base, Ragsdale. At second base, DuBois. Moody at first base. The base is still loaded. Still nobody out. As a pitch from Lindsey comes home. It's high and tight and almost hit Stevens in the arm. 2-0. Next one popped up on the infield fly rule, and Norfolese brings it down. Stevens just missed that one. And so Cash Howard stands in with the bases loaded. Stevens pops out. Howard with a couple of singles in this game. Both one was a pop fly, other nice line drive. That one's line foul if he has that good inside out swing, and I think that's catcher's interference, and it is. Catcher's interference will allow Cash Howard to go to first, and another run will come in. No RBI, as that is an error on the catcher. E2 for Cabool, their 5th error. And standing in will be Blake Edwards.
Courtesy running for the catcher, number 3, Wayne Skidmore.
Wayne Skidmore will run for catcher Silas DuBois out at second base. So Howard reaches on the air, the 5th of the day by Cabool. 14-3 our score. That wild pitch, that's a wild pitch. That was a good 4 feet behind the head of Blake Edwards, back to the screen by Lindsey. Talk about a wild pitch, but no advancement by anybody. That caught everybody off guard. Blackwelder went back and got it, but no advancement. As the pitch comes home, the chopper towards the hole. Bad hop into left field it goes for a double. I forget double, but a 2-run single for the Salem Tigers. That ball hit some clump of grass, went right back the other way away from North Felice. So Edwards gets a bad hop single, driving in 2. It's 16-3.
Now batting number 17, Briar Bobbitt.
DuBois scores. Moody scores. I shouldn't say DuBois scored. Skidmore scores. And a pitch comes into Briar Bobbitt, a swing and a miss. Howard over at second base. Edwards at first base. Edwards' first hit of the game, but boy, that took a real bad left turn hop. Pitch comes into Bobbitt. He fouls it back off the fist quickly, 0-2. A walk, a base hit, a walk, an error, and then now another hit. From the stretch, the pitch comes home. Outside off the edge. There is one out on a pop-up by Stevens. Bobbitt has walked and reached on the fielder's choice. He has scored twice. A number of Tigers have scored twice. Swing and a miss. Bobbitt down on strikes. First strikeout of the day for Cabool and for Lindsey.
Now batting number 27, Jackson Ralston.
Moody has scored 3 times. DuBois has scored 3 times. Pitch comes home low and away, knocking down Blackwelder, but he was able to stop the ball from going back to the screen. Runners at first and second. Howard at second. Edwards at first. 6 more runs here in the second inning. The pitch comes home outside with a fastball. It's 2-0. Ralston has singled twice. Tiger third baseman waits at the plate. The pitch from Lindsey. That's a strike on the outside edge. Right-hander Lindsey brings home another one. That one's a little bit low and outside. Tigers batted around here again in the second inning. The pitch inside, ball 4, and Ralston will draw the walk, and Dan and Barry will stand in. The bases will be loaded again for Salem. Got 10 in the first inning. They got 6 so far here in the second, and are threatening to add more. (16-3) our score. Pitch from Lindsey way high back to the screen. Howard going to try and score, and he will. Wild pitch brings home Howard. making it 17-3. Bulldogs have been out in the field a long, long time. And it has not gotten easier. 6 walks in the inning. 2 singles. 3 errors. Pitch way outside. Goes back to the screen. Edwards didn't even try and come home. 2-0 to count. Dannenberry at the plate has walked. He's reached on an error. Right-handed batter waits. The 2-0 pitch. That's a strike. For the Bulldogs, it'll be Kidwell, Appleton, and Beeler when they come to the plate. We're in the second inning, 2 down, 7 runs in. It's 17-3, and a fastball outside, the 3-1 to count. Hayden Ragsdale waits on deck. Tigers have been through the entire lineup. Once he does that, Ragsdale bats for 3 straight times, and he will right now as Berry takes it high. That is walk number 6 of the inning.
Now batting number 30, Hayden Ragsdale.
Walk number 8 of the game.
Courtesy running for the pitcher, number 1, Luke Christensen.
Christensen will come in to run as Ragsdale stands in. He's got a 2-run single. He's walked. (17-3). Lindsey looks in and brings it in for a strike on the inside corner. Carson Lindsey started out in left field, moved into pitching here with nobody out in the second inning. Pitch to Ragsdale, swing and a miss. Good high fastball there, because it's 0-2. And not a lot of hits for the Salem Tigers in this one. The 0-2 comes home. Off speed, strike, call. Second strikeout. That's a heck of a pitch by Lindsey. But the Tigers do score 7 times. They do so on a total of 2 hits. 3 errors, 3 left. We've now played 2 full innings. The Salem Tigers lead Cabool 17-3. We're going to come back in a minute. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Southtown Furniture. Southtown, where the bargains are. We've got everything from furniture to appliances. Quality floor covering. We won't be undersold, you'll see. To you, that is our guarantee. Southtown Furniture, where the bargains are.
It's officially home buying season and the market is heating up. Buying a home is a huge decision and where to get your home loan is just as important. Don't buy your home without checking into Riverways Federal Credit Union's great rates and service. Riverways is not for profit and has more ways to say yes, and you can apply in less than 5 minutes. Need a pre-approval to help seal the deal? We've got you covered. Get started at Riverways FCU today. Riverways Federal Credit Union, located in Rolla, Salem, and Cuba.
Well, welcome back. Appreciate you joining us here at KSMO, your hometown radio station. 6 runs against Beeler. The poor young man didn't have much of a chance in that first inning he came in, but in that second inning he was started to work out. He just could not find a plate. Walked 3 of the first 4 men. The other man got a base hit. So he gave up 6 runs, 4 of them earned. Did throw the ball away trying to pick off a man, too. It's 17-3. As Dannenberry goes back to the hill, Salem Tigers on top. As I mentioned, Kidwell, Appleton, and Beeler up for the Bulldogs.
Leading off for the Bulldogs, number 2,
Bulldogs have had 5, make that 6 errors in the game. As Kidwell waits the pitch, up and in. Next one, a little bit high, 2-0. That one outside on the corner, but just a little bit off the corner, according to the umpire. 3-0 the count. So Barry, who's been on the bench quite a long time, twice, will bring another one in. That hit actually hit him. It hit Kidwell in the arm. First hit by pitch of the game. So Oliver Appleton, who's got a single on this one, will stand in. Cabool with 2 hits in the game, have left 3. Salem has left 4. But Salem has scored 17 times. Pitch to Appleton. That's low and outside. 1-0. Right-handed batter gets back in. Ralston cheats in at third base. The pitch, a swing and a foul tip, held on to by Silas DuBois. Salem will be at Willow Springs Wednesday. We'll be down there bringing it to you SCA play from beautiful Willow Springs, Missouri. Right by the railroad tracks. Gotta love it. 1-2 to count, a foul back by Appleton. And then Waynesville then ventured to Salem on Friday. I'm really getting messed up with some words here. There's a high pop fly short left field. Going out is Stevens. He makes the catch. 1 down. Bryce Beeler will stand in. So Waynesville will venture to Salem Friday afternoon. And we'll have that contest here on KSMO as well. Our Lady Tigers are on the road all week. Next week, the Thayer game. Scheduled to be at Thayer. It's going to actually be here in Salem. That'll be on Monday. Strike call with a fastball. Bryce Beeler throws left, bats right. He waits. Beeler struck out his first time up. Swings and misses at 1 up in his eyes. 0-2. Salem will have the top of the order when they come up in the 3rd inning. 17-3. Bobbitt brings it. Swinging a chop towards short. Stevens comes in. Nice play. Throw to first in time to get Beeler. Stevens had to play that ball on the short hop and was able to get the left fielder for Cabool. And Steven Blackwelder, their catcher, will stand in. Remember those on the radio side, when this game is completed, we have Cardinal baseball for you. There's a grounder foul on an off-speed pitch by Barry. Cardinals in Strode tonight. New looking Astros. A lot of different players on that team. Even Altuve, you're going to look for him at second base. He's not there. He's in the outfield. Pitch, that's in for a strike. Quickly 0-2 the count. Dan and Barry trying to get out of this 3rd inning without a further damage. The pitch and a bunt with 2 strikes, and it goes foul. And Blackwelder is out on a strikeout. So the strikeout, which will be Barry's 2nd of the day, on Blackwelder on the bunt attempt. So no runs, no hits, no errors, a hit batsman, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Salem needs a run to win this one. It's 17-3. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
Your legacy. Protect it, prosper, and pass it on. Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, specializes in real estate, estate planning, probate, family law, and business law. A Salem native, Stephen Patterson provides comprehensive representation to clients throughout southern Missouri. If you need assistance, contact Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, at 573-453-2529.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Cameron Irway in Salem today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
It's true. Welcome back to the Salem High School Baseball Field Complex. Been all Salem in this one. They have a 17-3 lead. Back to the hill goes Lindsay. Lindsay has pitched one full inning and given up 3 runs. None of them earned. Too many errors right there. So as of right now, he has done the best job of anybody for the Cabool Bulldogs. Dan Barry's given up a couple of hits on 3 innings. Well, we'll see what his line ends up being as Silas DuBois checks in. A couple of walks, a triple today, scored 3 times. Has 3 RBIs, got an RBI walk back in the 2nd inning. Moody will follow, then Roy Stevens. Surprised DuBois doesn't lay down a bunt. Ball inside. Kidwell playing third base, even with a bag, but really don't think any of these guys have exceptional arms that could throw out Silas. Pitch comes home, a fastball outside, 2-1. DuBois waits. The pitch outside, ball 3. One thing Lindsay has done is walk guys. He has walked 3 since coming in the game back in the 2nd inning and given up 1 hit. That pitch is low, ball 4. So DuBois earns a walk. That's the winning run on first base. So Moody will stand in. Caden has walked and reached on errors twice. Pitch way outside by Lindsay. And a crossover, a cross throw, cross body, whatever you might want to call it. Ball is way outside. Caden waits, the runner going, the pitch inside, throw to second base. Not in time, but a pretty good throw by Blackwelder, but Moody has the base stolen. Two to count. Moody wanting to drive in this run. Takes it for a strike. A little bit delayed call there. 2-1. Salem and Willow Springs on Wednesday. At Willow Springs. 4:30 start time. We have Tiger Talk, Coach Edwards. Right before that, pitch is low and away. I believe that's a KSMO streaming media game only because of Cardinal baseball. Pitch outside. Another walk by Lindsay. He has walked 5 in his time in there. Salem Tigers have gotten 10 walks in this game, courtesy of Cabool pitching. And Stevens, who has popped out to short with the bases loaded, lined out to third, and also had a sacrifice fly and an RBI in this one. He does not have a hit in this game. He has not scored a run in this game. He's the only Tiger not to score a run in this game. And I can tell you for certain, unless something miraculous would happen, he probably won't score a run in this game. But he might drive in the winning run. First and second, a pitch, it hit him. Roy is plunked. And now the bases are loaded for Cash Howard with nobody out on 2 walks and a hit batsman. First hit batsman that Cabool has hit. Cash Howard. Will face the new pitcher, Karsten Wright. So Wright's going to come in.
Now pitching for the Bulldogs, number 28, Carson
Lindsay is
Wright.
going to go to left field.
Beeler will go to first base.
And Spieler will go to first base. So here with nobody out, the bases loaded, Cabool's going to make a pitching change. Lindsay responsible for all three guys on there, but with the 15-run rule after 3 innings, if Salem could get 1 run here, that's all he would be charged with. And Wright's going to try and get out of this mess here for the Bulldogs. We'll just have to see how that will work out for Cabool. Salem Tigers have not exactly hit the cover off the ball today. They've only, in all honesty, have been given a lot of freebies. They have a total of 8 hits in this game. That's it. But we'll see what happens. I'd like to thank our great sponsors, Legends Auto at 500 West Scenic Rose Boulevard, Salem, for being a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. 573-729-2884. Legends Auto, the corner of 3272 and MacArthur. With Easter coming up, make sure you're ready to go. Go to Legends Auto. And Technology Junkyard, 37,228 Highway 72 in Salem. Open Monday through Friday from 10 to 6. Get in touch with Chris at 573-453-0418. He can do repair service for your TV and computers, other electronics as well, but also recycles and repurposes monitors and computers. Technology Junkyard in Salem. So Howard back in. Bases loaded, nobody out. Winning run at third base. The pitch comes to Cash, and a little pop fly to short left field, and backing out is Norfelice. That ball falls, and this game is over. They'll get the force out in third base. So it's just a fielder's choice for Howard, but it's an RBI, and it's now 18-3. As DuBois scores, and this game has come to an end. So the Salem Tigers, in their final time at bat, get a run without the benefit of a hit, no errors, and 2 men left. So Salem Tigers win it by a score of 18-3 over Cabool. And the Tigers, as we were mentioned, not a lot of hits in this game. As we mentioned, a total of 7 hits, actually. I think I said 8, but only 7 hits in this contest. But they were given a lot of freebies. As we mentioned early on, 5 walks for Lindsay by himself, 10 on the day, and a hit batsman. So the Tigers will come out with an 18-3 win. We'll take a 3-minute break and come back with some stats from this one. Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
With tax season fast approaching, you might have some questions that you need answered. If so, give the Tax Masters a call. They have over 40 years of experience and can handle all types of accounting services plus certified e-filing. Don't ever let yourself be a slave to the IRS. Come and see Jackie or Beth at Tax Masters, located at 107 West 4th Street here in Salem, or call 729-3001.
This is Mike Elliott from Town & Country Insurance. As an independent agent, we shop many different companies, allowing us to find the best value for our clients. Town & Country Insurance has been serving South Central Missouri since 1963. We have offices in Salem, Rolla, Licking, and Mountain Grove, and would welcome an opportunity to show you what we can do for you. Stop by 400 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, located inside the Town & Country Bank, or you can call our office at 729-6624.
Terrell Complete Auto Care is a full-service auto repair center in Salem. They offer full-service oil changes as well as $2 discounts on Tuesdays for all ladies, and Wednesday is Senior Citizen Day. Plus, Terrell Complete Auto Care can take care of all your auto and diesel repair needs. They offer free pickup and delivery in town. James and Sheena and the staff of Terrell Complete Auto Care are proud to support the Salem Tigers.
It's only because of our incredible sponsors we're able to bring you Salem Tiger sports and community events. A couple of those sponsors include Discount Bins in Salem. Discount Bins has truckloads of new merchandise each week, and the prices drop every day until they're gone. Jet Tire and Auto, Salem's only licensed Lucas Oil Service Center. Drive in today at 800 South Park Avenue right here in Salem. Thanks to these fine sponsors, we're able to bring you Salem Tiger sports and community events.
Welcome to Salem, Missouri, where the charm of the past meets the beauty of the Ozarks. At United Country Real Estate, we're proud to serve the heart of southern Missouri, connecting buyers and sellers across Dent, Phelps, Texas, and surrounding counties. Whether you're looking for a country home, historic property, or recreational land, our local experts live the lifestyle they sell. Contact us today at 573-729-3148 and discover the perfect place to live, work, and play with United Country Real Estate in Salem, Missouri.
Sorry, Dad.
Sure, you could get him a new car. You could also light a pile of money on fire. Because as long as Mr. It wasn't my fault takes the wheel on occasion, maintaining this car is your best option. So keep it running longer, stronger, with quality parts and a whole lot of Napa know-how.
Dad, where are you going?
And we welcome you back to Salem High School Baseball Field Complex. All Salem Tigers today as they defeated the Cabool Bulldogs by a final score of 18-3. Tigers actually fell behind in this one, the Bulldogs 2-0, but they were able to come back and got 10 runs in the first inning, 7 in the second, 1 in the third, and won it 18-3. In this one. First off, I do tell you, we want to thank Discount Bins for being a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. 1201 Scenic Rivers Boulevard East here in Salem. Remember, they have some incredible values on a lot of great assets that you might want to check out, from tables and minor things to cooking utensils and all kinds of different things, including some tapestry times. You'll find different stuff down at Discount Bins. 1201 Scenic Rivers Boulevard East here in Salem. 573-543-2113. Remember, they close Thursdays to restock, and they're open beginning on Friday with some incredible values all through the weekend. And then, of course, the lowest prices you'll find on Wednesday. Discount Bins in Salem. Well, I want to thank our friends at Farm Bureau Insurance for bringing you the bottom of the hours, and our friends at American Family Insurance for bringing you our top of the hours. And it was a short game today, so they're not going to get as many mentions today as they normally would, but we want to thank them for doing that. Always a great pleasure to have that great kind of sponsorship here with our Salem Tiger broadcasts. It all started with an error. I know we should make that a song, but it did. It was an error. Brody Felice hit a ball down to Jackson Ralston. The ball stayed down. He came up. Ball nicked his glove and trickled right behind him. And he reached on the air, stole second. It was still there when Carson Lindsay flew out to left field. Then Carson Long walked, stole a base. And then Ian Kidwell got a fielder's choice that drove in a run as he was able to ground to short. Roy Stevens wanted to throw home, but the ball wasn't hit very hard. By the time Roy got it, Nor Felice, who's got some good speed, was able to outrun the throw, and that made it 1-0. A fielder's choice on RBI. Then Oliver Appleton singled to left, and that brought another run in, made it 2-0 before Beeler struck out. The Salem Tigers, Silas DuBois in the first inning, walked, stole second. He was still there on a pop fly by Cade Moody in the center field that was dropped by the center fielder Carson Long. DuBois did not advance. Then Stevens came up and lined out, making it to third base, which should have been a double play, as DuBois was caught off second base, but the throw was bad. You can't charge an error and assume a double play, but the throw to second was bad and got past the second baseman Brody Munoz, but again, no advancement by DuBois. Then Cash Howard came up. He singled to left to drive in a run. And then Blake Edwards came up and walked. Bryce Bobbitt grounded out and reached on the fielder's choice. And that drove in another run for the Salem Tigers. Then Jackson Ralston singled to right. Dan Barry reached on an error by the shortstop as he had a ground ball. Well, actually a one-hopper to second baseman. They're going to try and turn two. He flipped it over to Nor Felice, who dropped the ball, never really had it. And that allowed another run to score. And then Hayden Ragsdale got a base hit, and that drove in two. Tigers were now out of the first inning, but Cabool had seen enough of starting pitcher Ian Kidwell, and so he was replaced. Bryce Beeler came in. He promptly gave up a triple to Silas DuBois, which drove in 2 more runs. Caden Moody walked and stole a bag, and then a sac fly by Roy Stevens brought in DuBois. Then a base hit by Cash Howard put it first and third, and then Blake Edwards grounded out. In the second inning, after 1 out, Callan Davis walked. He stole second. Brody Munoz walked, and then a base hit by Norfelice drove in the run to make it at that time 10-3. But no further damage by Cabool. In the second inning for Salem, a leadoff walk to Briar Bobbitt. He went to second base when the pitcher at that time, Beeler, tried to pick him off, and he threw wildly to first base. Then Jackson Ralston got a base hit to make it first and third. And then a wild pitch brought home Bobbitt, made Walston go to second base. That made it 11-3. Dan and Barry walked. Hayden Ragsdale walked. Silas DuBois walked, and that made it 12-3. Cade Moody hit a grounder to second. That was bobbled. That made it 13-3. And then a pop out by Roy Stevens. Then a catcher's interference called on the catcher for Cash Howard. And that does not give you an RBI, but it is an error. Then Blake Edwards got an RBI single. And suddenly the Tigers had again scored 7 runs. A couple of walks to Jackson Ralston and Dan and Barry loaded the bases. The Tigers could do no further damage. In the third inning, after first a leadoff man, Ian Kidwell got hit by a pitch. Cabool went down 1-2-3. And then in the third inning, a walk to DuBois, a walk to Moody. Stevens got hit by a pitch, and then Cash Howard hit a little blooper out in the left field. They got the force out of third base, but the winning run came home to score. And 18-3 our final score in this game. When we come back in 3 minutes, we'll give you stats from this one we return. It's Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media.
It's only because of our incredible sponsors that we're able to bring you Salem Tiger sports and community events. Some of these sponsors include Looking Glass Salon, Candy Mink and Katie Carty, On the Spot Auto Glass, Hubs Tire Center, Ozark Overhead Door, The Technology Junkyard, Legends Automotive LLC, Flying W Boutique, Salem License Bureau, and New Life Auto. Be sure to thank these sponsors for bringing you Salem Tiger sports and community events.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, you're free to enjoy your dreams. Bundle auto, home, and life and save up to 25%. American Family Insurance.
The Bank of Salem was founded in 1883 on the principles of local ownership, a commitment to the people of our community, local decisions, and a conservative approach to banking. As one of the oldest locally owned banks in the Ozarks, we've had the privilege to serve generations of local families. We pride ourselves on dedication to our customers and the people of Dent County, and we take pride in being an important part of it for years to come. The Bank of Salem, member FDIC, equal housing lender. It's only because of our incredible sponsors that we're able to bring you Salem Tiger sports and community events. Some of these sponsors include Jet Tire and Auto, Salem's only licensed Lucas Oil Service Center. Drive in today at 800 South Park Avenue right here in Salem. Moe's Cleaning Service, LLC, the only cleaning service you'll ever need. Give them a call at 573-201-0430 and get Moe for your money.
Save on everyday items with digital coupons at Town & Country Supermarkets. It's easy. Download the Town & Country Markets app and browse through a variety of digital coupons available. Then clip them to your account. You can also clip digital coupons online at tcmarkets.com. Shop in the store for your favorite items, then tell us your phone number at checkout, and the digital coupons will be deducted from your purchase automatically. Scan this QR code to learn more and start saving more today.
Duncan Family Chiropractic provides chiropractic care to everyone from newborn to elderly. Dr. Duncan treats wellness, sports injuries, chronic ear infections, pregnancy, and more. Ask Dr. Duncan about your full line of supplements, including Juice Plus and standard processed supplements, as well as pain relief, BioFreeze products.
Well, welcome back to the Salem High School Baseball Field Complex as Salem Tigers varsity wins at 18-3. Dan and Barry went 3 innings, 2 hits, 3 runs, 1 of them earned, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, and 1 hit by batsman. For the Cabool Bulldogs, their starting pitcher, Ian Kidwell, went 1/3 of an inning, 3 hits, 8 runs, 3 of them earned, 2 walks, and 1 hit by pitch. I'm sorry, no hit by pitch by him. Then Beeler came on. Bryce Beeler went 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 6 runs, 4 of them earned, and 3 walks. Then, to start the second inning, they had Carson Lindsay come on. He pitched 1/3 of an inning. Pitched 1 inning, did Lindsay. And 1 hit, 4 walks, 1 earned run, 1 hit, 4 runs, 1 earned run, 5 walks, and 2 strikeouts, and 1 hit by batsman. And then it was Wright coming on. Karsten didn't get anybody out. Well, actually, he did get 1 out. We're going to call it 1/3 of an inning with no hits, no runs, no errors, no walks, nothing left. He got Howard to hit that little pop fly. It was kind of a force out. So that's it for Wright. 1/3 of an inning and nothing across. For Lindsay, 1 inning, 1 hit, 4 runs, 1 earned, 5 walks, 2 strikeouts, 1 hit batsman. For Beeler, 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 6 runs, 4 of them earned, 3 walks, and Kidwell, 1/3 of an inning, 3 hits, 8 runs, 5 earned, and I'll make that 3 earned and 2 walks. Getting 3 RBIs today, Silas DuBois, he was 1 for 2, and he also scored 3 times. Caden Moody scored 3 times, was 0 for 2 in the game. Roy Stevens had an RBI and a sacrifice fly. Cash Howard, 3 RBIs, 2 hits, and 3 plate appearances. Blake Edwards, he had 1 hit in 2 plate appearances, and he was also walked. He drove in 2 runs. Briar Bobbitt drove in a run. He did not have a hit in the game, but he was able to go for 2 and then score twice, once on a fielder's choice he reached. Jackson Ralston had a couple of hits in the game. He had 1 RBI. Dan and Barry was 0 for 1 with 2 walks. He scored twice, and they also had an RBI in there. And then Hayden Ragsdale, he was 1 for 2. He had a couple of RBIs and scored twice as well. Salem Tigers 7-2-1 on the season. It'll be at Willow Springs 4:30 Wednesday afternoon. We'll be there to bring it to you here on KSMO Media. For Ben in here doing all the video work, my name is Stan Stevens. To have Sally back at the station, thank you, Sally, for doing all you do. I want to thank everyone for joining us for Tiger Baseball on KSMO. We got Cardinals Baseball coming your way on the radio side, and we hope you enjoy that contest. They take on the Houston Astros. Our next broadcast will be Wednesday from Willow Springs, starting with Tiger Talk. Coach Tony Edwards right around 4:15 or so here on KSMO. Tigers now 3-0 in the SCA, and they are 7-2-1 overall on the season. We hope you have a great rest of the evening, and good night from the high school baseball field complex.
Thank you for watching this KSMO Media broadcast of Salem Tiger Sports. This game was brought to you by Town & Country Insurance, Tax Masters, Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Edward Jones, Duncan Family Chiropractic, State Farm Insurance, Salem Trust Manufacturing, Progressive Ozark Bank, Stephen Patterson, Attorney at Law, Riverways Federal Credit Union, Healthy Dent County Prevention Coalition, K&H Auto Supply, Farm Bureau Insurance, Country Mart, the Bank of Salem, Napa Mooney Auto Supply, Your World Today, Town Screen, New Life Auto, Salem License Bureau, Legends Automotive, On the Spot Auto Glass, Mid-Ozark Animal Health Center, Jet Tire and Auto, The Technology Junkyard, American Family Insurance, United Country Real Estate, Southtown Furniture, Healthy Dent County, Ozark Overhead Door, Hubs Tire Center, Looking Glass Salon, Flying W Boutique, and Discount Bins of Salem. Thanks to those fine sponsors, we're able to bring you Salem Tiger Sports and community events right here on KSMO Media.